Good morning, boys and girls. This is a robot. It is a all-terrain base made from an all-terrain wheelchair that is controlled by a turnkey controller, transmitter such as this one, and two motor controllers. It has a light bar on the front. It's currently black. I've got the control module mounted over here. Here, let me give you some detail shots. Okay. So back here we have the Turnkey 9X HC, which is the receiver for the transmitter, and that sends out all the PW inputs. These two are for the joystick controls, which control the wheels. It's got four huge 12-volt DC motors. They are from Magic Mobility, and they run on four-wheel drive track steering with these big 4-pound pressure pneumatic wheels. Right here we've got the video transmitter, which is powered by these 18650s, and the receiver is powered by this just some AA's. And we've got this light bar connected via remote control relay to the controller, so I can turn that on and off, and this is the main power switch for the power to the main wheels. Underneath, here, let me just pop this off. And if I take off this top part, we have two car batteries. These are the batteries that originally came with the robot, and right now I'm only running off one of them. Each of these motors are 24 volt, but right now they're running on 12 volts, so it's a little slower than it normally would be, but it's plenty for what we're trying to do. Next steps on this. Right now I can drive around our whole property, all around here, all the way up into the woods via FPV from the living room. Here's where the camera moved a little bit, and I actually ran it into a trailer up in the woods without seeing. Hey guys, I'm back. It's pretty late, but I'm pretty excited to show you what I got here. So last time I went over the Centaur, or this robot I'm working on. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet. Centaur's a pretty good name. So right now I just got some new motor controllers for it. Before, we are using these Rev Robotics Spark motor controllers, which are 12 volt max, but today we got the Rev Spark Max, which are 30 volt max, 24 volt, whatever. So I'm setting it up to run 24 volt, which is how the motors are supposed to be run normally, so we're gonna run at full speed. Pretty excited. I got the turret working, which is what allows it to, has a turntable and then an up and down, so it can fire a weapon. Or at least just look around with the camera. Well, I'll put the gun on later. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I had to re-rig up the battery system with these giant power cables. We got a 8-gauge wire, and I had to get some special giant terminals to go on this. But and then I kind of just screwed it up by forgetting that I had to put a switch in line. So if anyone knows how to put a normal switch that's got like normal outputs onto a giant cable, let me know, because I do not know how to do that. So I had to just switch back to using the normal cables we had, which kind of defeats the point of having these giant cables at all, because the goal of having the giant cables was to get more power amps to the motors. So if I'm not using all giant cables, then what's the point? I don't know. Whatever. They're beefy. They'll last a long time. So now I've got both batteries lined up in series so that we have 24 volts. I can show you let me get my little multimeter. So we've got 24. So I got the switch wired up with this little toggle switch, so we can see the sparks light up. Here, let me turn off the light. And there we go. The little sparks are lighting up down there. I've got the PWM cables plugged in Hopefully I didn't, oh jeez, I totally did leave the whole thing plugged in back here. This battery dies easily, so I try not to run it or leave it plugged in for a long time. But I did just today, so that sucks. But next steps are to get these are the leads for the motor controllers out, and just plug these guys in. I'm just gonna use some screws, and then I'm gonna insulate everything so I don't get any shorts, and then we're gonna do a little test run. Okay. Alright guys, so I have got it pretty much tested, at least. So I have just the back wheels connected right now, and shit. Oh, it's not on. So we got one wheel going, and we got the, oh man. Second wheel. Perhaps you should turn. I think it might be because it's plugged in or something. Perhaps? Second wheel. It was just working a second ago. Well, the motor controller's at least reading my inputs, which is good. Now, if I knew why it wasn't going, I don't know. Well, I was working on this little Rev SparkMax client. It comes with like some software or whatever to get it working. One of them keeps connecting to it right away, and the other one won't connect. But it was the one that was connecting wasn't working, and the one that was working was the one not connecting. So, I don't know. It was just, but I just found out that one of the polarities was wrong, so that's okay. Let me just flip that motor, and then we'll be good to do an actual like driving test after that, I think. All right, let's do the test. Okay, I just switched the polarity. No idea what I did, but both wheels are working now. So we got this one. Sorry, this is hard for me to do at the same time. So both wheels, both sides go real fast, so I can't wait to try it outside. Yeah, so I'm just gonna insulate these little wires, zip tie these Super Maxes down, and I need to get a spring for this because it's so annoying. This is on like a drone setup controller, so this does not like snap back to zero. Pisses me off a lot, so I think that's gonna be a job for tomorrow. But other than that, I think we're just about ready to test this thing out. Okay, I've got the beast outside now. It's dark as, well, the nighttime. I mean, I've got this light on, but still can't see much of anything. But I'm gonna drive it around, maybe go up to the more lit spot, and I'm gonna stick this camera in my mouth, so no commentary. Safe to say that it's much faster and much more powerful, so this should be a little more fun to work with now. It was getting a little too slow for me before, but this is a nice improvement. Yeah. Oh shit. I nearly just drove it off the edge of a cliff. It's a little scary. Well, let me just show you the 360 factor on this.